Hello, my name is Minesweeper McGee, and welcome to my first ever Let's Play, because I'm going to be showing the world's super tower defense by Dragon Cookie, and this is a real working tower defense video game in VrChat, and you can see just how popular it is right now, even though it's like a month old, I think. So here we are at the start, and what's interesting is, so that's the course over there, that's the actual game, and you start in this, building that's being constructed. Looks like a rather large house. It's very bizarre. There's also like so much terrain. The actual map is really tiny in comparison, or the game is really tiny in comparison to the whole map. So here's the credits. It's made by Anton Bergacher, published by Scarecrow Arts, and you can see up in the corner anton.bergacher.com, at Dragon Coke on Twitter, and Anton 4 numbers on Discord 0002. For suggestions, email supertiredefense@bergacher.com, and then there's a lot of people who created different parts of the world. Merlin for Udon Sharp, Cyan Laser for Cyan Emu, Liam Noble for Math, Jakey Bobble for Quality Assurance, Particles and the Idea, Blue Fire Phoenix for Quality Assurance, Camping Carl for QA, Malcolm Smith for Extra 3D Modeling, Gooby the Hobo for QA, David Strachan for Tower Defense Consulting, Jordy Boothie for QA, and Boone for the thumbnail. If I didn't already say that, I don't remember. These are the different assets used. I'm not going to read all of these ones, but there they are. These are different limitations for the map because of Udon, or Unity, not Udon. Sometimes the round happens differently for different players. For the rounds to play out the same for every player, the game has to be perfectly deterministic. The built-in Unity physics were not made for this, and doing everything in Udon is currently still too slow. I've done the best I can, but unfortunately desync still sometimes happens. Desync will self-correct when the round is over. Max 20 towers. Technically possible to add more, but then lag starts to show its head. As Udon becomes faster, I find a clever trick I might be able to increase this. No way to change tower target priority. Once again, to make it lag less. Different targeting priorities means more lists that needs to be sorted every frame. You can't move place towers. It's trickier than it seems, but I might add it in the future. For now, you can sell them and buy them again for just 10% of buy price. That's a good deal. I like that he, is trying to sell his own features. Prevent enemies from reaching the end of the track. Eliminate enemies. It's a tower defense. The only important thing is there's 50 rounds, and that's when it ends. So more of the construction theme around here, as well as just a large open forest with one apple tree. Yeah, one single apple tree right there. Not sure. But here's the map. It's really tiny. I don't know why. I feel like it could be larger, but like scaled up more. So here's your life. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lives. And no matter how difficult the enemy is, it always takes off 1 life when it hits it. These are the towers. That's our starting money. And that's the amount of towers we have on the board. You can only have 20. So these are the 6 different towers. So this is a basic shooting gun. It shoots 1 projectile at a time. This is the rocket launcher that I'm pretty sure does splash damage, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this has splash damage. This slows down enemies for a temporary period. So this says that it fires a single penetrating round, but I can't guarantee that. When I've used it in the past, it seems like it fires individually, so I don't really use it when I play. Maybe I'm wrong. This is radar, sort of like the monkey village in Bloons Tower Defense. It does range, and then it does attack speed, and at the end, it increases the amount of money made by 50%. And this is the miracle. It shoots individually, but it's very powerful, which is important for later. There's also a glitch that happens later that we can only play for so long. So I'm just going to play this through, and we're going to see. So for this, really what you're wanting is area. Like the amount of area it hits is important. So you could do like right here. That's going to cover a lot of ground because it fires individual bullets. It doesn't do pierce or splash damage, so it's not really important. And the towers are going to be the only sound we ever hear. There's no, like, music for the game or anything. So that's one round done. We have $3,000. You don't make end round money, you just make a certain amount of money for every car, and it increases as the cars go until a certain point when I believe it stops increasing. I'm just going to keep going because I'm going to upgrade this. In my... some people have gotten much higher than I am, and I'm not like a puzzle game genius. I'm actually quite bad at puzzle games. But in my experience, this, and this are the only towers that I would use. And I would only use one of these because the last upgrade that increases the amount of money gained is important. Although the range of the tower is small. So, like, I would only get one and try to just cram as many other towers around it. But yeah, the upgrade to increase money gained is like $50,000, I think. Yeah, I would only get one. You only get a certain amount of money until, I don't know if it's a glitch or an issue with how the prices are set, but eventually cars just don't give you an increased amount of money, even though the cars get more difficult. I don't know if this has been updated, but that's how it was when I played. I just noticed that cars weren't giving me money. Yeah, it starts pretty slowly. It eventually gets a little more exciting with more difficult cars and more sounds than just a gun firing twice. How much does the last one cost? The last one is a Gatling gun, 15,000. Okay. Guess we'll just keep going until I find any problems. Let's see, how much does this cost? 7,500. I might go for it next. I don't remember exactly the strategy I used when I played last time. Or maybe I'll just wait to get this to a Gatling gun if I don't have any issues. I do think it could use... I think in its current state, this is completely passable. I think it's a great VrChat world. I would love to see it be updated and become like its own thing, or even really just be a separate game from VrChat. Although, like, I'm glad to see real games in VrChat. Okay, let's get a tower. We're gonna put it right there. And it didn't work. Oh god, I wish that had worked. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That's fine, because we're going to need that later. What I'm going to go for is one minigun, and then 4 of these rocket launchers with a radar in between all of them. That's what I did last time, I think. I think I might have had this gun right here. But really it covers the same amount of ground, I think. This might be the least exciting Let's Play of all time. It's really slow to start. Promise it'll get more exciting when we have like 4 of these shooting 4 rockets, and then we start getting these things. I should probably try to show off all of the towers. And maybe another time I'll try to show off more stuff. Like show off actual me trying to get higher in the game. So let's go for a rocket launcher. So that's a rocket launcher, shoots faster. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Next is we're gonna get a thumper. I'm just gonna try to show everything off. I don't know why like it's cars, because it's not really themed with the world or anything. Not that any of this is bad. I mean, I like any criticism I have, take it with a grain of salt, because this is a working game in VrChat, which is incredible. But yeah, the fact that it's cars is a little weird, although like the fact that they're colored and not just different looking cars of the same color means I can know like these are the second level car and the red car is the third level car, and then is it a black limo? I can't remember. Let's see, 12,000. Okay, extra range. I probably should have moved that then. 15 and 40. I promise that 40,000 is worth it. It shoots 4 rockets at once, so it does 4 times as much damage. And you can see right now, like, they slow down a good amount, maybe like 50%. A 50% slowdown, I'm not sure. Yeah, I would also love like stats on this stuff and really exactly how it works. I do think this could work as a standalone game if there was more implemented, or if there were gradual updates or something. Because it works. It's good. It's so unbelievably impressive. That like when I got on VrChat in the summer of 2019, which VrChat started in like, I mean, it really started in like 2014, but it came to Steam in 2017. But when I got on in 2019, the most impressive thing I think I'd seen for a long time was Trios in the Shade, which is still impressive. I still think that's an incredible world. But now that I'm like playing a real game in VrChat is a little bizarre. It feels like I'm having a different experience. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I bring up the Worlds tab right now and go into the community labs, there will be, oh yeah, so it is black. It's not like a limo. This is like a luxury car. Maybe. But if I open up the Worlds tab right now and go into the community labs, let's see. This is a flat plane with a tiny castle from Super Mario 64. Apartment. This is something taken from Nier Automata. This is an apartment. It looks like with a skybox. This looks like a box. I don't know what that is. I might have to check that out. But you can see what I'm saying is that VrChat mostly hasn't changed. It's a lot of the same stuff. Castle, apartment. A lot of graveyards right now that it's almost Halloween. Mansion. Which is probably just like an apartment-esque world. Oh, I should probably show this off too. Yep. I mean, it's a Gatling gun. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. It just shoots real fast. It's real good for how cheap it is. Freezes on thump, slowing down even more. So that's in it. So there's 2 upgrades for each tower. The first one for that one is increased range and then increased power. For this one, it's just increased speed and also increased speed. This is increased speed and then 400% damage. Or I guess a 300% damage increase because there's 3 more missiles it's shooting. Okay, let's get a spear. And let's try to put it right here in case the pierce does work. Let's see how much fires a stronger round further. So like it stops at the car is my thing. Unless it stops at where the range ends. Okay, that might be it. And the cars are just never close enough together for us to really see the effect. Seems pretty powerful though. How much was it? 17.5. Okay. So what's the next thing I can afford? I got nothing, 15, 40, 17.5. I guess we'll go with the thumper. It looks really cool. I'm glad it's not like a straight up box. It's like all craggy. It's like if just a rock was shoved into a metal contraption. Seems like we've got an impenetrable defense. I can't believe I messed up my bragging line. Well, yeah, the range just isn't big enough for us to really see the pierce in work. Or there we go. Let's see if that works. They're still not close enough. They like need to be right on each other for it to work. That looks really cool. This is gonna be such a long video. Okay, next we'll be going for the thumper, which is what I was gonna go for, but I had enough money, I figured I'd just get increased damage. Oh, there we go. This seems to work, if they weren't dying too fast. I think I see it. So that's the one round that it's useful for. Where is my thing? There it is. So now it's fully upgraded. It's got, I think those are particle effects. Pretty cool. Also, so this is the selling thing. It sells for 90% of whatever it costs, and this also works. So they're the exact same. Why is the range is so large on that? The range is huge on these. That's crazy. That covers the whole map almost. Wow. All right. Next will be this tower. So let's get it right here. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Increases fire rate. I don't know if this is working for those. I don't know what it does off the bat. Starting with range. Let's see if it's increased the range. Yes, it has. Now it does actually cover the entire map from where it is. Did it work with this one? I can't tell. Maybe not. Maybe just this one. So it's very useful to sort of crowd all your towers around. Unless you just want to buy a 12,500 tower to put near all of your towers, because the range of this is so tiny. Oh dang, one got way past. I didn't even notice. I thought the round was over. Yeah, the range is so small on this. 30,000. Okay, what's next? You got 30,000 to increase fire rate for just this. So I probably won't even bother. But you can see what it's doing. It's affecting towers in a very, very pitiful range from it. Increases range, increases fire rate, and then increases money earned. What's that, 50,000? Yep. So I'll probably go the quad rocket. So normally what I would do is I would have 4 quad rockets right here with this in between all of them. I'd have a thumper here, probably just sell this, and I wouldn't have this. And then I would start slowly replacing the quad rockets with the mega ballistic thing. What is it called? The Miracle. Damn, we really need more power. We are not very close to being able to upgrade. Hopefully we'll be able to make it far. Because if not, I'm going to have to restart this and just work on my own. Yeah, I would love to see this come to fruition into a full game. There's so much going for it. And I wonder... I'm going to guess they made all of these. Because I've never seen any of these things anywhere else before. Also, you can stand on them. They're solid. I'm pretty sure the thumper doesn't stack. So, like, there's not really any reason to have 2 thumpers next to each other. You'd rather have one, like, over here. So they're going slow for the entire track. Okay, how much money do I have? I have enough for the quad rocket. It's just so good. And with splash damage. Because this does pierce damage, but this does splash damage. So they're basically the same, except this one shoots slower and fewer beams. And it, like, the full upgrade is more than the full upgrade of this, even though that cost more at the beginning. And the range is just ridiculous on this. I know it's being increased by the radar, but still, its original range is gigantic. And I don't think there's, like, tower types, like in Balloons Tower Defense 6, with, like, purple balloons or lead balloons. I don't think that exists. They all just have increased amounts of health, I'm guessing. I don't have the stats or anything. So this is all speculation on my part. Check it out. I all seem to have the, like, design idea of if it's more powerful, it's bigger. Except this one. It doesn't get bigger, it just gets cool spikes and particle effects, which I appreciate. I say cool spikes, but those are like perfect pyramids on top. Which I'm fine with. I think these all look really good and impressive. And they're all, everything is like unique enough so that you don't confuse anything. You don't confuse the difficulty of the cars. So like the other long red cars I think were difficult. Well, no, I think it just keeps scaling up and up. They just keep getting more health. Is everything here fully upgraded? Yeah. No, except that. But I think next we're gonna get a miracle. And we're not gonna be able to see the final miracle, I don't think. The final upgrade, because the first upgrade is 100,000 and the second upgrade is 250,000, I think. And because we're not really going to strategy, I'm just trying to show everything off. I don't think we're going to be able to see it. But it always does the exact same thing. It shoots one powerful shot at one target. Let's just stand in the middle and get all the nice audio. Oh wow, we almost have enough money. I was not expecting that, honestly. Figured it would take a couple more rounds. I kind of like the audio for the thumper instead of like a large crushing noise or anything. Oh, we have a new type of car, I think, unless we've already seen this. If it didn't have that engine poking out the front, I'd think it was like supposed to be a Mandalorian. No, not Mandalorian. What is it called? I've never watched The Mandalorian. That's the Star Wars show. What is the Back to the Future car? I wish I could remember. Okay, now we've got a miracle. It shoots very slowly. And both the things just increase damage, I believe, so. What's the range on it? The range is sort of like the rocket launcher. I think a little smaller. Yeah, a bit smaller than the rocket launcher. I'm really just hoping I make it to round 50 and can at least upgrade this once. I also wish that had slightly larger range. I feel like with a lot of tweaks, just even this setup could be really interesting and go a long way. If the amount of money that the cars gave you at higher scales was fixed to give you more money, and if this range was tweaked, and maybe if, I don't know if it would be possible to make the beam go out of the range, because the range, I like how small the range is, I'm fine with that, but the beam, it just is never able to use pierce. Like the thing that it does, it's not really able to do, because the range is so small that the cars are never right beside each other in that range. The sound of the explosion of the miracle is really loud, but the miracle itself is like super quiet. Let's just stand in the explosion area. Could do increased fire rate. It only affect the rocket and this though. I'm just gonna hope that I can get the miracle upgrade, the Rapture. I don't remember the name of the last one. I think it's just even more ridiculous. I also do wish we had like percentages for this instead of it just saying like increases fire rate. Like in Bloons Tower Defense 6, which I know I keep referencing, but it's really the only tower defense that I was ever able to play because most others I'm too bad at. In Bloons Tower Defense 6, the Monkey Village will say like increases range by 10%, increases fire rate by 15%. So you can really get an idea of how much that upgrade is worth. So the Pierce is working here. So there's a few rounds where it's really able to shine. Oh, here we go. Yep, it gets bigger. I never would have guessed. I mean, that's sort of how it is in real life. So, it makes sense. When things get more powerful, they get larger. Usually. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the Trinity. Does the Trinity give it 3 barrels? It might. Maybe that's why it's so expensive. But right now I'm just gonna go with this increases fire rate so that we can get the good Wi-Fi. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time. My computer's really messed up, so often when I'm recording these videos, it crashes. Oh, interesting, it gets, I didn't know if this would change, but now it has a satellite rotating. Stonks uplink. Alright, that's what earns more money, 50% I think per car. I think that's all we're gonna see this time. That's a cool explosion noise. It almost sounds like a plane going by. I do like that you can just get right there up close and personal with your towers. Maybe if they were like exactly your height, they would feel really like powerful, but then you wouldn't be able to see over them. So maybe this is a good height for them? Especially like right here, because now I can, but you can stand on them, so. It's like even like right here, I'm having a hard time telling, nah, not really. Maybe they're a good height. Maybe I was wrong earlier. I'll admit it. I'm not a game designer. I'm an Amazon worker. I hope we make it. We have 125,000 to do something with, but I don't know what to do with it. We're making we're making like 600, I think, per car right now. Wait, will we be able to? If I'm lucky, then we will be able to see the Trinity. If I survive. But right now it seems like we're doing pretty good. Alright, last wave of the normal game. You can do free play mode. We have a new car that's really fast. Not very strong though, surprisingly. It was very exciting. Just 1,000 of the toughest car, except for the green one. Dang, we might see the Trinity. Not this round, I don't think. No, definitely not. But in free play, we should be able to see it. We did it. Alright, now let's see the Trinity. You win. Continue endless. Now we have the green trucks. Okay, just waiting. How much do these give? 602. Nice reference to Spy Kids 2. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, there is 3, so that like triples the attack speed. That's really great. Nice. I guess there's only one last thing for us to see, which is the 50,000 earns more money. And then that'll be it. We'll have seen all upgrades. We won't have seen all the cars. I don't know how many types of cars there are. I know there are more. I wonder if there's cars that nobody's seen before just because how the scaling works. Very close. I kind of like that noise. Now that it's happening so fast. It is still pretty quiet. Oh, here we go. That's what it looks like. An even cooler looking satellite. And that's all towers and all upgrades. Okay. Now it is time to lose. We got the 54, that's fine. Or 55. So, as you can see, 90% of the price of everything. So I don't know how much exactly this costs, but we're getting back all this money. $618,000. All right, and now we're gonna lose. It's weird how silent it is. We're quietly losing. Now we're loudly dying. And they just keep going until they're all done. Alright, and if we hit the button, it will restart the game. It will now be on wave 1 again with the reset money. And these can reset too. Yep. So here's what the entire island looks like. It just flew up in the air just to show off everything. It's a very large map, so like that's how small the game is in comparison to the entire map. I wonder if there would be like just a trail of maps that leads all around, and the more up the mountain you get, the more difficult they are or something. Or if this will forever be it. I don't know. Alright, that was Super Tower Defense by Dragon Cookie. Thank you.